And I'm guilty of this sometimes, because sometimes you get like knots in and then you're brushing it out, but that actually does a lot of damage to your hair. Hey guys, my name is Shelby Downey. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. First thing is first, guys, my eyebrows are looking patchy as hell, so don't at me in the comments. This is the normal process of the microblade healing. If you guys haven't seen the video of me getting my eyebrows microbladed, I'll leave the little pop-up thing above and the link in the description below. It's a pretty damn cool process, so make sure you go and check that video out. It's healing really nicely, and they're a bit patchy now, but it kind of goes through this phase where they get patchy once all the scabbing and stuff starts coming off, and then they look amazing again. And guys, I did something. I got a septum ring. If you guys can see properly, but yeah, I got that done and it hurt so bad, but I'm also a real baby when it comes to piercings, so I kind of expected that it was gonna hurt really bad, but I did it and I love it, and yeah, it's not sore now or anything, like I can play with it. And anyway, let's get back to this video. Make sure you guys follow me on the IG if you haven't already, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy seeing my face, I guess. Without further ado, today's video is going to be how to get healthy and beautiful hair. So my hair isn't super long, like it's pretty average length. I used to have a lot longer hair, and then I shaved the side off, and then I decided I wanted to let it grow out, and I cut my hair literally all off into like a bob. So this is the growth from then. It's been about 2 years. It was longer, but I recently had it cut. So even though my hair isn't super long, I do take pride in how healthy my hair is and looks and feels, and whenever I go to the hairdresser, she always gives me compliments on my hair and how healthy it is. So I thought I'd share with you guys how to have healthy and silky hair. I'm no means a professional in this whatsoever, and obviously everybody's hair is different, so these tips and tricks might help some people and not others. Obviously everybody's hair is different, and I'm just kind of sharing what I've learned with my hair, so if it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry. So I recently, well, a few months ago, dyed my hair red, ginger, orange, whatever you want to call this color, auburn, and I got it cut at the same time, and then I went back and I got it, like my roots done, and I got it recut as well, which is very unusual for me. Normally I only cut my hair about twice a year, just because obviously you want to get the split ends, but you also want that length to grow. But with split ends, your hair isn't going to grow, because what's going to end up happening is when it starts getting longer, your hair just splits at the end. So when you do eventually get a cut, instead of getting like a small little bit off, you end up having to get a lot more to kind of get rid of the split ends. So I personally don't get a lot of split ends, and that's apparently because I don't use heat on my hair. I don't blow dry my hair, I don't straighten my hair, I don't curl my hair, anything like that. Obviously if it's like a super important occasion and I have to, then I will, but day to day I don't do anything with heat to my hair. But if you are in a situation where you have to curl or straighten your hair or something like that, then don't blow dry it and then straighten it. Try and let it air dry and then straighten it, because then you're only like heat damaging once instead of twice. So if you are able to kind of take those cuts, so you don't have to like double damage your hair. And when you guys do have to use heat, always make sure you guys use a heat protector. You can buy these at your hairdressers or any like hair affiliated shops. The ones that I have seen is either a spray or like a gel, and then you'll just like put a bit in your hair and you'll just rub it all in. And if it's a spray, obviously you just spray your head with it and then let it dry, and then you do your heat process. And then obviously the obvious one of how to have healthy hair is try not dye it or bleach it or anything like that, because obviously the dyes do fry your hair and they damage it. I'm just lucky that like I do dye my hair and my hair is still in really good condition, but I also look after it really well. So yeah, if you can avoid it, try not bleach or dye your hair too often or too much, especially if you already have really damaged hair. The next thing is make sure you guys always use conditioner when you wash your hair. I normally will only use conditioner from about there down, just to keep the ends like really nice and conditioned. I find that if I wash my hair and use conditioner at my scalp, my hair gets very greasy very quickly. So pretty much every time I wash, I will just use it from about there down and just kind of put it in like that, and then flip it over and do that. But then what I try and do every like 2 to 3 weeks is give it a good scalp massage with conditioner. What I'll normally do for that is I'll obviously put some conditioner on, give it a good little massage, and then I will flip my head over and kind of do the back, because that also has the blood running to your scalp, which also will increase the growth of your follicles. But don't do that too often if you get really greasy hair, because it stimulates your hair getting greasy. Another thing is don't brush your hair vigorously. So when you're brushing your hair, do like a slow brush. And I'm guilty of this sometimes, because sometimes you get like knots in and then you're brushing it out, but that actually does a lot of damage to your hair. So try, and when you're brushing it, brush it nice and gently and just with grace. Another thing with the brushing is try not brush your hair while your hair is wet. This ends up damaging and potentially can pull out the hair follicles, and that's why if you brush your hair when it's like wet, you get a lot of hair that comes out. It's because that's ripping it out by the follicle. So try and avoid brushing your hair while it's wet. So what I do now is, I used to be the person that brushed the hair while it was wet, because I feel like then it like shaped my hair when it dried. But yeah, that wasn't good for it and I was losing a lot of hair. So what I'll normally do now is I'll just kind of like flip my head over, just give it a good shake to get all that excess water out, and then it obviously like loosens the hair here so it doesn't like stick when you do this to it. And then I will just kind of flip it over and just like fluff it out so that it kind of still dries in the way that I want it to dry. What you can also do is, if you cannot do the whole like flip over and that kind of stuff while it's in the shower and your hair actually has conditioner on it, take the brush and brush it gently while it's still got conditioner on it. Another thing which I used to be guilty of is not to wrap your hair in a hair towel, or you know how we take the towel and put it around our head and do that when our hair is wet. That is actually so bad for your hair, and it can also cause a receding hairline. And the reason why is that it pulls everything back, so it pulls all your hair follicles and it basically like tenses them out and like just damages them really badly. So try and not do that. Rather take the hair towel with your wet hair and kind of just do that motion with the towel on your hair. Also, the sun is doing a thing here, so apologies. So there are actually special towels that you can actually use that kind of it's designed for that, and it's lightweight as well, so it's not super heavy, so it doesn't have like such a pullback on your hair. So you can use one of those. It's designed for that. So they have obviously tested it and made sure that it is safe to use for your hair. Another thing that can end up damaging your hair follicles and give you a receding hairline is really tight ponytails and buns. So that sleeked back look that all the models and that kind of stuff do, that's actually really damaging for your hair. So try and not do that. Keep it in a nice like loose ponytail. Even if it is high, just kind of tie it up and just give it like a little tug just to loosen everything up. Eating healthy is also super important, and I wouldn't classify myself as a very healthy person. I do try, but with my career and what I do for a living, it is really hard to keep healthy, I guess. But try and eat healthy, and healthy fats as well. That's really good for your skin and your hair and your nails, all that kind of stuff. Try getting a lot of sleep as well. That helps too, obviously. Sleep is good and important for you. Drinking lots of water also really helps. And another thing is try not to sleep with your hair down, but also don't try and like tie your hair super tight. So what I'll normally do is just take my hair and like a scrunchie, and I'll just kind of put it in like that, so that it's still like super loose and movable and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't end up like tensing the hair too badly. And when you take it out in the morning, it doesn't leave that weird like line. So there's a few tricks and tips on how to have healthier hair. I hope that these work for you and you found this video insightful, I guess, and helpful. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure that you have hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time with a new video. Okay, bye.